Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill. And today we are going to play with the T95E6 Clan Wars River tank. And how to say that straight? I think this tank is horrible. This tank has only one good feature, which is gun. Everything rest is just horrible. It is just not enjoyable tank to play with. It is like bad E5 without any armor whatsoever, double size of the cupola, and with the same gun. AK 400 alpha damage, 258 millimeters of penetration, 1000 shell velocity, and 340 millimeters of penetration, and 1000 shell velocity. With this vehicle, any aggression from your side is going to lead for trades. What do I mean by saying this is if obviously you are going to get spotted and enemies are looking at you, this is kind of clear how everything is going to end up. I am playing with this tank with the maximum and the best equipment, AK bond equipment, obviously directive, and so on. And DPM of this vehicle is awesome, don't get me wrong. DPM of this vehicle is absolutely amazing, but DPM is not everything, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Gun handling, by the way, is not epic. Gun handling is probably 4 out of 5, I would say, but once again, this is with a full bond setup, with a full bond equipment, and so on. This needs to be said, fellas. In other words, not everyone is going to have accuracy, which I do now, right? Not everyone has an extremely skilled crew, and so on. And when I am playing with the tanks like this, I truly want to show the maximum performance of this vehicle and of any Clan Wars River tank, right? I am not messing around in a way, and I am trying to play as good as I physically and possibly can for obvious reasons. If I need to rate this tank, I would rate this tank probably 2 out of 5. And soon we are going to upgrade the ratings overall on the vehicles. Very soon, fellas. This is going to be very interesting stuff as well. Anyways, so far so good. We are sitting on 2000 damage, which is very nice, and I am happy with all of this. And what we want to do at this point, we want to go and beat the living crap out of this Key 91 PT. If we are going to do everything properly, there is a chance Key 91 PT is going to go to the garage, which is definitely the case. And at this point, I am going back to say hello for AMX 5120 for obvious reasons, right? We are just trying to eliminate enemies like there is no tomorrow without taking a single shot of damage for ourselves. For obvious reasons, fellas, we just cannot afford this, at least now. With this tank, you are trying to do a very smart trades in a way, right? You are treating this vehicle like this tank would not have any armor whatsoever. This is very important thing to say, fellas. That was bad shot by me. Nothing to do, nothing to complain about. I think he's down to one shotable. Speaking about the Centurion, good. It is okay, even though I took one for the team, it doesn't really matter. Although, one thing which I truly need to say about this tank, you will win majority of the DPM wars, right? By saying this, I mean your DPM of this vehicle is pretty nice, and you should be able to punish enemies all the time. 2.7 thousand damage, hip hooray. At this point, I kind of want to go and eliminate. Oi. At this point, I would love to beat the living crap out of the T95 if it is possible. And once again, look at the size of this turret. This is like literally UFO flying plate on top of this vehicle, fellas. And I really want to highlight this. Don't take this tank from a Clan Wars. even though it might look somehow decent on the paper, it is nothing like it. Believe me, it is nothing like that. And this tank overall should be a pick for literally a last tank from a clan wars. Probably 1-1 B, and M60 is worth way more than this vehicle is. And this is just and this is very important thing to say, because overall, let's get real, fellas. If you can buy the Clan Wars River tanks for bonds, right? It is not the best deal for you to go this way. But since vehicle is just simply not that great, I would prioritize M60 over this vehicle itself. So yeah. I really want to highlight this, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I know it might look weird for many of you. I am so against this tank, but believe me, people who have this vehicle, probably most of them will say this tank is not a great vehicle in the world of tanks. And in fact, if you own this tank, if you have this vehicle in the garage and you played some battles with it, please let me know. Maybe I am overreacting a bit, and maybe I am just whining for no reason whatsoever. This would be also very, very nice information overall, right? This would be nice. So please let me know in the comment section down below. And now if you are curious what kind of ratings do I have on the tanks, right? Remember, we have the index page, and this vehicle is rated as a playable tank. Why so? Because of the gun and DPM, right? But everything else as a platform, it's just simply no bueno, and I would highly discourage you from getting this tank. Okay, so very first battle of the session, 3,700 damage, 400 assisting damage, and that was a pretty good game for this vehicle. Once again, I have bond equipment and so on, so keep this in mind. Let's go. And we are back with round number 2. This is going to be very hard one. Skill, why are you saying so? Because we will need to play a hold down here, and since we have a humongous cupola, this is going to be very hard. And I know the start of the video is Skill, you are whining about the tank and so on, but fellas, there is a reason why am I doing so. I really want to protect you from bidding for this tank for bonds or getting this vehicle in general. It's just not a great tank, and I can't imagine anyone who would take this vehicle unironically like a first, second, or third, or even fourth Clan Wars reward choice, right? And this is very important thing to say. It truly is. Meanwhile, we are kind of arriving to position first, once again, hybrid between medium tank and heavy tank, right? This is why we are arriving here, one of the first ones. And at this point, we just need to wait until someone will try to cross, if they will try to cross, right? That's all we need to do. I do not want to be too aggressive here. I missed my full aim at shot here, but it wasn't ideal, so I cannot complain whatsoever about this. Yeah, you see, the size of cupola is huge, and everyone, I repeat, everyone will be able to beat the living crap out of you like there is no tomorrow. It is truly worth to highlight, and I can't stress this enough, fellas. And I cannot stress this enough, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, luckily enemy FAVA just got destroyed, and maybe at this point we can somehow get a bit involved here. Our team is truly thinking about being involved in this game, and as you can see, they are. Meanwhile, bounced from cupola, which sucks. Now, obviously, DPM is working great in this kind of situation, and we can pick up enemies here left, right, and center, and that's a good thing. DPM is good. Okay, let's try to do some smart trades and let's try to punish this 60 TP like there is no tomorrow, right? Okay, side shot, beautiful. And at this point, obviously, I believe it's fair to say, and it is clear, we are going with most of the heat ammunition for obvious reasons. And we are trying to get involved to the maximum. You can pump a humongous amount of the damage with this tank, right? If enemies are not focusing you. Okay. Can we beat the living crap out of this Panzer? Beautiful, we can. Very, very nice. T95E6 still have full HP. So we can farm this gentleman just like so. Beautiful. Let's try to farm him. I'm trying to hide behind the E100 for obvious reasons. And we eliminated this guy from the game. Okay, that's good. This game, obviously, I cannot say this game was equal, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to say, yeah, well, we are winning the game just because of us. No, fellas, absolutely no. We are not winning this game because of our performance. We are winning this game because we rolled the dice and enemy team was simply weaker than our team was, right? Which is important thing to highlight. And in this situation, this is kind of a game over already. Meanwhile, I would love to smack this Fava in the face. Beautiful, Fava is dead. And this is as good as it is going to get after spamming the full gold and having full bond equipment and so on, so on. Speaking about the snapshots, this tank is not that awesome hitting snapshots. Also, amount of the ammunition is kind of low, below 40. Below 40 ammo, so this is definitely not awesome, but not everything is that bad. And for example, if you are meeting Leopard 1 and you are playing with this tank yourself, there is a humongous chance you are going to simply out DPM the Leo, for example, right? So that's pretty good stuff, and this is worth to highlight. At least that's what I would say. Meanwhile, obviously, all we need to do, we need to try to dance with this guy, and since the distance was so close, he managed to mess up the shot. 5.3 thousand damage, 400 assisting damage. It is a solid round for this vehicle, but once again, we cannot raise our hands and say, we carried the game. No, we did not. We have this result just because how bad enemy team was in a way, or how good our team was. That's about it. So the whole playstyle of this tank is probably going to the heavy line and try to play against the enemy heavies and try to use your teammates as a hit points. I know it sounds very, very wrong and sad, but it's just how the things are looking like, right? We are losing credits, obviously. Luckily, we are top by experience and top by the damage, but yeah, once again, not because we played well. Anyways, third game, let's go. And we are back with the third game. We are having Siegfried Line Assault, which is nice. I like this map a lot. Usually I am performing good there, so let's see what we can do. So the first things first, we are going to take this typical position Aka hold down, and fingers crossed, hopefully we will be able to punish enemies for their mistakes. What I want to see someone from the enemy team trying to cross here, and if we are going to see someone crossing like this, we should be able to smack him in the face. So this is exactly what we are waiting for now. I need one gentleman who is saying pir 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 and going to the typical position in the Echo 6. Meanwhile, not ideal, fellas. Definitely not ideal. How about this T10? Are you going to peek, buddy? No, he's not going to peek. Okay, listen, we need to FO from here. Skill, why are you escaping from this position? Because they have M60, Leo, MX30. So they are creating kind of perfect crossfire, so instead of playing here, I would rather relocate completely. And I think we are going to try to abuse them. Oh! I think we are going to try to abuse the Kranwagen. Is it going to work? I do not know, but there is only one way to figure this out. Since the Kran decided to be quite aggressive here, we should be able to have a decent crossfire on this gentleman. And here we go. Beautiful. Kranwagen noticed he made a humongous mistake, and Kranwagen is going to the garage. Well deserved. He made some silly goose mistakes, and once again, nothing what this gentleman could change and nothing what he could do. Meanwhile, we are trying to side scrap against 430, and luckily we are letting him on fire. I cannot get too involved because of the Jack Pizda sitting on the corner. In fact, Jack Pizda is not in the corner anymore. Beautiful. How about if we would punish this object just like so? Bad shot by me. I cannot complain about my life decisions. That was just bad. Meanwhile, we are loading the gold ammunition and we are trying to play against them 705 for obvious reasons. Luckily this guy just fired, so we are feeling pretty good. It is possible to penetrate his forehead. It is not ideal and it is not that easy, but it is possible. At this point I am thinking about getting a bit more involved like so, and we should be able to claim his life without bigger problems whatsoever. But once again, this gentleman is not playing ideally, so we can get some use of all of this. Meanwhile, Jack Pizda is dead. This is exactly what we were looking for. Very, very nice. He noticed our humongous UFO plate on top, so at this point all we need to do, we need to eliminate him from the game. Nice. Could you please not hit me? Unfortunately, Vaza decided to smack me. Once again, good play by this guy, and we are kind of down to one-shottable. We are packing a lot of damage in the very short period of time, and this is... Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm trying to escape, I'm trying to escape. Move on, fellas. So, once again, I am trying to play for the best of my abilities, but this is definitely not so easy, and this is definitely not so simple. Plus, this tank is requiring a lot of gold spam as well, and this needs to be said. Meanwhile, there is still a lot of potential in this battle. We have like 4,500 combined, and I know we potentially can get way more than this. And in the same time, we found the Conqueror. Beautiful. At this point, we should be able to farm him in the side. At least that's what I want to believe. And let's try to work this gentleman out. Very nice. I am ignoring this mouse for now because we are just trying to eliminate the Conqueror, right? And at this point, we need to figure out how we could penetrate Mr. Mouse. I know I am down to one-shottable for this gentleman, which is not ideal, but this is what we have. And free shot to the T30, that's beautiful. He's down to one-shottable, he is dead. Excellent, excellent, excellent. What to do now? 3 hits left only. Very unlucky mouse. He could easily kill me in this game. Beautiful shot. Only one, I repeat, only one gold ammunition left. So yeah, I am spamming gold left, right and center. For obvious reasons. Okay, let's try to punish him just like so. I know there is an angle how I could simply pen him, but this is not so easy as I would love to say. Okay. How to get more involved and how to get more use in this situation. As you can see, carry potential of this vehicle is kind of very, very minimal. By saying this, I mean we do not have much ammunition left. Although to survive this tank and to use all ammo, you are going to have an insane game if you are going to have a situation like this, I would say. Meanwhile, M60, he's not paying attention, he just fired. We should be able to eliminate him from the game without bigger problems whatsoever. In fact, he is dead, nice. Leo is down to one shotable. I know about Mr. Mouse, luckily I escaped in time. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Leo 1 is sitting here, okay. Nutitan, how are you doing today? Trying to hit his cupola, not so simple, but we are getting a lot of assisting damage here, which is always nice and always welcome, obviously. Leo is sitting here, Leo is punishing our gentleman. Not much what I can change about this, maybe we can see the mouse side when he is going to the open field, to be fair with you, not really. This is definitely not a side of the Mr. Mouse. Meanwhile, we have a T10 who is trying to get involved here. That's okay. Let's try to hit him just like so. He's aiming to our cupola. I don't know how he threw this, but he did. And I do not have silly goose questions asked. Meanwhile, Vaza is looking to cupola as well, and he is eliminating me from the game. I mean, you can look at this however you want. We had a great score and we made this vehicle work, but in the end of the day, it is not the tank which I would say, oh yeah, fellas, get this vehicle. F no, absolutely not. So, without further ado, let's teleport into the scoreboard and let's see what kind of overall average performance we had with this vehicle. Let's go. And we are coming with defeat, but even with defeat we managed to pick up ace, which is quite an interesting one. We got a top gun, we have a high caliber, 6.8 thousand damage, 3,000 assisting damage, so solid 9,000 combined. We lost quite a bit of credits as well, but this is just reality of this vehicle and nothing what you can change about this. And this is what we have, fellas. And if you are wondering why am I doing a video from this account, Aka community contributor account, because I do not have this tank on my main account, that's why. And all in all, our performance with this vehicle is 5.3 thousand damage and 1.3 thousand assisting damage, which is bringing us to 6.6 thousand combined. This tank is not that good as you have seen in this video. Fellas, don't be tricked how I played with this vehicle, because I was lucky how I did performed, okay? There is going to be many games where you are going to do 2 shots and you will get banged by the enemy. So please, fellas, do not be tricked. I warned you. Thank you very much for watching. That was your daily dose of skill, and obviously thank you very much for your time. I hope you had, I hope you were very well entertained, although today's video was a bit negative. And obviously, thank you very much for all of your support. Patrons, thank you very much. People who are clicking the join button in the YouTube, thank you. I hope I am worth it. And obviously, people who are buying us bananas in the index page, thank you very much. And see you soon. Skill is out. Bye-bye.